The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC.
Welcome everyone to College Football on ABC, presented by Jared. We are here at Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, the original Death Valley. Authentic, genuine, and pure. Its name derived from the location of the Clemson University Cemetery up on a hill that once overlooked this pristine football field. In 1889, Clemson started as an all-male military school, becoming a university in 1962 when women were allowed. This place, folks, is a bastion of football tradition and culture. And you'll see one of the best traditions in college football in just a minute. They'll come down the hill for the 400th time. Back after this message and a word from our ABC station. Welcome to November. The site, Death Valley. Traditionally, the color orange is associated with meanings of joy, success, encouragement, enthusiasm, creativity, determination, happiness, and fun. In the case of the Tigers, all that occurs both on and off the field. Meanings that lead to traditions that usher towards 25 seconds of pure football magic. And here come the Tigers, running down the hill after rubbing Howard's Rock at the top of that hill, descending for the 400th time in school history. Folks, you're watching the ACC on ABC. Louisville won the toss, deferring to the second half. The Tigers will get the football first, and they'll start off first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. As we go downstairs to Molly, what a scene, and hey, it's that time for Clemson, Molly.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. Clemson's Dabo Swinney splits every year into 4 phases, and when the calendar hits November 1st, it is officially their championship phase. He told me, this is where we want to peak. We haven't played our best football yet, but in order to do that, we have to focus on ourselves, and you can see he takes that very seriously. The season schedule in their practice facility has no mention of the opponent each week, just a tiger paw, the date, and the location of the game. He explained, our preparation never about the opponent, whether it's Louisville or Alabama, we prepare the same way. Mark?
It's all about what they do. First down and 10. All right, Molly, here we go underway. Lawrence pulls the trigger into the boundary, complete to T. Higgins, their leading receiver. And he picks up a few yards, and Clemson off to a good start. Mark Jones alongside, chopping it up with Dusty Dvorak. Partner,
what's up, man?
We wait for this time of the year, November, right?
November. This is where championships start to develop, right? People start making their pushes for conference, division, and for Clemson, a college football player.
And ETN ready for the playoff and a lot more, but there's a flag down in the field back at the 31-yard line. We're going to see what this flag is all about, but a great burst for 35 yards if it stands.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 94, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So it's going to stand. And Clemson, after 2 plays already deep in Louisville territory. Here's a look at what happened a moment ago.
A face mask. Big hole off the right side. But Travis Etienne is playing unbelievably well. Speed, burst, and explosive running back. He's playing his best football right now for this Clemson offense.
Already down inside the 20-yard line, first down and 10. Lawrence on target again inside the 10-yard line, complete to T. Higgins. Hey, the college football playoff standings came out this week. Clemson number 2. Just how good is this Clemson squad?
I think this team has the ability to compete and play for a national championship. To me, it's the only team I've seen that can get on the field and potentially beat Alabama this year.
Wow.
They are deep, they are experienced, and they've got great veteran leadership on this team.
Lawrence hands it off over the left side. ETN, touchdown, Tigers!
Well, Barty, one thing about this Clemson offense, the offensive line has really stepped up. They've been more physical. They've been able to run the football, protect their quarterback. Quick work in that opening drive. A couple of quick passes from the quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, and then Travis Etienne with some nice runs.
Well, you talk about a laser-focused team on an opening drive. The extra point good. The Tigers out in front 7-0. Etienne with his 8th consecutive game with a rushing touchdown. It's the 15th of the season for him.
Going to pull the backside guard, just a counter backside. Powerful running. Travis Etienne running through multiple arm tackles. He's not the biggest running back. Man, he's powerful. 44, Garrett Williams with a nice block. He is not going to be stopped before he hits the end zone.
Etienne telling us a little bit earlier how he really valued his time in the weight room during the off-season last year. Went from 185 to 200 pounds. He says, I've been drinking all of my protein shakes. And it paid off, paid big dividends on that run. And what a start for Clemson. 4 plays, they're in the end zone. Cardinals going to take it out. This is Hassan Hall. Bobby Petrino's been wanting to get him sprung loose a little bit better on kickoff returns. He's tackled on the play. It'll be 1st down and 10 from there. This is what Etienne said on choosing Clemson. He is a native of Louisiana. The Tigers, during the recruitment process, slow played him. And he ended up choosing the Tigers as a result. And Clemson didn't get on him until December of his junior year. They got on him late. So he's ready to go back down there and wreak a little havoc at some point.
Say it's worked out very well for both sides. Clemson very happy to have Etienne Jr. And man, he's happy to be here.
1st and 10. That pass incomplete. Jawan pass under heavy pressure. Good pressure by Furrow. Leland Furrow, as we take a look at Jawan pass, starting quarterback, completing 55% of his passes, has 8 touchdown tosses against 7 interceptions this year. But a tough and steep learning curve for him.
He started this season against Alabama. They thought he played pretty well, stayed in the pocket, stayed tough. Back and forth with Malik Cunningham the next couple games. Cunningham starts against Virginia, and since then, Boomer Pass been playing his best football.
They're going to run it. This is Tutu Atwell on the shuffle pass. Bobby Petrino, 9th year as head coach on the sidelines for the Cardinals. It's been a very trying and laborious year for him. But he says that his players have worked hard, especially this week in practice. They haven't given up. It hasn't been the type of season they've wanted it to be, certainly, at 2-6 coming in. But they continue to work to get better.
It's a dangerous spot right here. 3rd and 7+. Watch for Brent Venables to bring pressure. And that D-line of Clemson, flat out, get after you.
Pass, tackle, and sacked. Back at the 25 by Austin Bryant. And a quick 3 and out for the Cardinals.
But boy, this defensive line is as good as it gets in college football. Just a simple speed rush. Watch him work his hands on the offensive tackle. Excellent handwork. Actually, his work on Hassan Hall. Quick rip. Gets up the field. And Jawan Pass, no chance as the pressure got there in no time.
That was Clemson's 27th sack of the season.
It's a tough matchup on a running back, Hassan Hall, to deal with a 6'6", 280-pound defensive end coming off the edge.
Yeah, that didn't look fair. Rodgers back for this punt, brought down immediately, right around the 30-yard line, a 45-yard punt. Landon Akakbo with the tackle on the play. Orange is the prevailing color of the day, and Trevor Lawrence ready to get back to work when we return. Dusty, we called that Georgia Tech Clemson game. You thought that Trevor Lawrence was ultimately going to be the guy. It proved to be the case.
It was so apparent when you watch that game, his ability to throw the football down the field, the athleticism, throwing on the move, and now it's his time to roar. He's the vocal leader of this offense. Now that Kelly Bryant's moved on, you see golden arm there. Nate Woody, the Georgia Tech D coordinator, told us he's got a golden arm to make every throw. 6'6", 215. He's got the NFL frame as well.
Right out of central casting and right up the middle, Feaster. Tavian Feaster. Feasting, eating, touchdown, Tigers. 70 yards. They've had 5 plays and put 13, soon to be 14 points on the board. Feaster with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. These Tigers are roaring. Hugo with the extra point. A lot of orange out there, but Louisville black and blue already.
Huge hole in the middle of this offensive line, and watch the combo block up to the second level. Seal it off on the backside, get up to the second level. Huge gaping hole. Feaster sees it, and he takes it to the house. Quick work on 2 quick touchdowns for this high-octane Clemson offense.
Well, Dabo Swinney got his team's attention early in the week when he called Louisville the best 2-6 team he's seen. This is Hall on the return out beyond the 20-yard line, and he says that you win from the inside out, and what you see on the field right here is a manifestation of the culture that Swinney has been able to establish here at Clemson. A team that my partner said a moment ago is the only team with an opportunity of matching up and defeating Alabama. That is what you said, right?
Both sides of the ball. I look at this defense, this offense. They're the most well-equipped to take the field and potentially take down the Crimson Tide.
First down and 10 for the Cardinals. Gonna run it, nowhere to go. Hassan Hall met right away. Folks, it's not just week 10 of the college football season, it's Statement Saturday. And we got a doubleheader for you with college football implications. Starting in the Big Ten, number 14 Penn State of the Big House taking on number 5 Michigan, 3:35 Eastern. Then number 4 Notre Dame against Northwestern, 7:15 Eastern. Both games are on ESPN and live on the ESPN app, so you can watch that game, those games, anywhere.
What a slate of games today, Jones. Man, great football going on.
Make sure that phone is charged up to watch it on the app if you have to. Pass complete underneath. That's Jalen Smith, and Smith with the first down of the day for Louisville. Jalen Smith is the leader of that offense, really, as a receiver, but it's been a slow start for him just now finding his way offensively. Picks up 17.
They have to get Jalen Smith going early and often. Little shallow crosser, runs away from the defender. He's the best player they have on offense. 6'4", 220, NFL pedigree, slow start to the season. As you mentioned, he's really picked it up the last couple of weeks. They need him to show up big against this defense.
Pass complete. They're going to mark it about the 46-yard line. Jalen Smith, again, Dusty, what do you see as some of the keys today?
Well, Jalen Smith, first and foremost, they've got to get him going within this offense because they don't have a lot of playmakers offensively. They want to slow the pace down, but get him going, and then they need the ball to bounce their way. As far as Clemson, it's championship phase. the road to Tampa Bay. They had it up in their facility yesterday. It's about them focusing on themselves and getting better at each position on both sides of the ball.
RTTB. That's the acronym. Trey Smith, who had a big week last week. Nice gain, had 3 touchdowns last week.
He's their physical between the tackles type of runner. Nice job off the right side.
Dusty,
Good hole opened up.
Sorry, Dusty, want to ask you about their huddling, which is a departure from the norm for them, right?
They want to slow this thing down, man. They want to help their defense that struggled this year by keeping that Clemson offense over on the side. First down, slow the game down. Methodical drives is what this Louisville team needs.
The play fake by Juwan Pass. Under duress, that ball is out there loose. And he's tackled right around midfield by Kendall Joseph, one of those talented defenders.
But watch the defensive line. There's nowhere to go. Cleveland Ferrell. You've also got Austin Bryant coming off the edge. Both these guys. It's a good job by Puma Pass just being able to keep something alive for a little bit. But you can see this defensive line as good as you'll find anywhere in college football. 3 first-round picks that I see up front. And you've already been able to tell early on they're playing on the other side of the ball. Tough for this Louisville offensive line.
Well, those guys up front said they wanted to come back to school and finish the business they had.
They wanted to play together, right? I mean, they truly value one another.
And 2nd and long, they're going to hand it off again to Trey Smith. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. Trey Smith had 3 touchdowns last week in that loss for Louisville. Trey Smith is the son of former NFL star Jimmy Smith. Played for Jacksonville.
Played for Coach Petrino at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
How about Christian Wilkins, though, man? I love this kid. I love his spirit, his smile. He thinks he's a receiver out there. I was down there watching him catch passes for about half an hour in the pregame today.
He scored a touchdown, though, last week. A pass complete on the sidelines. Nice looking throw. Complete to Pete as we go back to Matt Berry in the studio.
Guys, time now for your DirecTV. More for your college football thing. Divine Azigbo caps off a 12-play, 75-yard opening drive for Nebraska. Up early at Ohio State, 7-0. Mark and Dusty, back to you.
Hey, that was good protection there. That last throw, they only rushed 2. Odd from Brent Venables, not bringing any pressure. Plenty of time for Puma. Pass steps up in the pocket and delivers a nice strike on the sidelines.
10. Little sweep action to Trey Smith. Couldn't get to the edge. Brought down a nice gain, though, of 8 on the play. And Venables, the defensive coordinator, he is a monument to intensity and passion on the sidelines. Just got to keep him off the field.
He's got to get back, coach, for that now. One of the strength conditioning coaches, Smotherman, who right here, his job is to, there you go, see him getting him back. I'll tell you a story about that later. I talked to them in the pregame about how that came about.
Man, they look attached at the hip, literally. Tackle on the play on Trey Smith. 1-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and short here as Thomas makes the tackle.
On Xavier Thomas, the true freshman. I'm talking about explosive off the football, great get off. He still doesn't even quite know what he's doing. But week in and week out, when you pop in the film, you see this guy continue to make more plays. Got a bright future ahead of him in that Clemson orange.
Yeah, Venables telling us Thomas runs a 4.5 40, or 260 pounds. You were running 4.5 coming down that hill earlier.
Damn right I was, absolutely. Got to get off like Vic Beasley, and he wears the number 2.
3rd and 1. And they're going to pick up the first down. Colin Wilson, so that's good for Louisville in the sense that keeps that defense off the field.
Well, what it is, it's ahead of the chains, right? First down, a 7-yard run, so now they're in 2nd, 3rd, manageable. It's exactly what Bobby Petrino talked about yesterday. They've got to eliminate the negative plays, stay in front of the chains, and allow themselves the opportunity to slow this game down and move the football down the field.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Louisville under siege early. Down 2 quick scores. Colin Wilson in the backfield. On past the quarterback. Pass throws a nice looking out pattern complete to Devontae Pete, who came into the game with 16 receptions, one of their leading receivers. Hey, I talked about my partner running a 4.5 40 coming downhill, that hill at the end of the stadium. We did the thing, folks. Not gonna lie, we'll show it to you a little bit later. So, Dusty, your first trip here, we got a chance to do the hill thing like the team does prior to the game.
I've been blown away with everything I've seen at Clemson, from the facilities to all the surroundings to here at the stadium. And yeah, man, we saw the hill there. we had to get a little taste of what it's like.
Second down and 3. Nice run between the tackles and a first down get by Colin Wilson. This is an impressive-looking drive for Louisville, 6-yard gain.
I like what they've got going on. How about the offensive line up front doing a nice job, getting some movement? A little slant there. They're bringing Trey Lamar up front.
Got a timeout on the field. Clemson uses its first one. 4:46 to go in the first. Back after this.
College football on ABC is presented by Jared. Dare to be devoted. And in part by Ford. Built Ford proud.
Boy, look at that. In a show of unity and pride, Clemson students, faculty, staff, and alumni wear Clemson orange every Friday. I mean, it's everywhere. An ocean of orange right there here at Memorial Stadium.
I flew in yesterday to Greenville, and there was orange everywhere.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. So it was Friday, and man, everyone.
Dusty, it's a little challenging matching with orange. That's all I'm going to say. I love it. Sartorially speaking, with your clothes, it's tough to match with orange. It is. 13th play of the drive coming up for the Cardinals. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, single back formation. Boy, Christian Wilkins was right in Juwan Pass's face, and he had nowhere to go.
He's a ball player, man. Been watching this kid for a lot of years. Up front in the middle. Got just a nice rip, using his hands, getting up the field, putting the pressure on Juwan Pass. He's got great hips, great hands, a motor that never stops. Talk about a guy that plays hard. Everything you want in a football player, and maybe his personality is even better than his play on the field, a guy that truly embodies what it means to be a Clemson Tiger.
And another stoned stop by Colin Wilson. Christian Wilkins making another tackle. Brent Venables, the defensive coordinator, says that his personality, Wilkins, is really infectious. It pervades the locker room, brings a great sense of joy to that locker room. He plays hard, but Dusty, as you noted, these guys know, Wilkins knows when to flick that switch and when business starts and play ends.
They have fun, but when it's time to focus and lock in, they do that as well.
3rd and 13. Juwan Pass complete, and it's short of the first down, complete to Jalen Smith. About 4 yards shy of the first down. A gain of 8 on the play, and Bobby Petrino is going to send in his field goal unit and try and put some points on the board.
And that second down play, the tackle for loss, that's exactly what Bobby Petrino and Louisville want to eliminate, right? Because then you're sitting here in 3rd and 13 situation. That becomes very tough and problematic. Clemson able to get the stop and force the field goal attempt.
Blanton Creaky is 6 for 6 on the season. This one coming from 25 yards out. Looking for a response to the early flurry of points by the Tigers. And they get on the scoreboard. Dabo Swinney imploring his team from the sidelines. He loves a bunch of different sports, including hoop. I'll tell you more about that on the other side. And welcome back, everyone, to Death Valley, Memorial Stadium, Clemson, South Carolina. The number 2 ranked Clemson Tigers leading 14-3. And another sellout crowd here at Memorial Stadium. Mark Jones chopping it up with Dusty Dvorak, Molly McGrath down in the field. Tigers receiving the kickoff. And they'll take it 1st and 10 from their own 25. We were talking about Coach Sweeney a moment ago, and he loves to play basketball against his sons. He's got some very talented sons who are athletes as well. And his goal is to not let them beat him before he turns 50. Now, his son Drew had him once in hoops, in basketball, and then didn't quite win. But he says he's got to watch out for Clay, because Clay's son Clay might be one of the most dynamic of the group of athletes. He's got to be wary of him, Molly.
Mark, my favorite part is that Dabo Sweeney challenges his recruits to one-on-one basketball, and he says none of them have ever beat him. He's not going easy on them just because he wants them to come here.
Yeah, good strategy. Undefeated. They got that basketball court out back. That pass incomplete. As part of the facilities, Dusty, you were talking about earlier. He takes them out there.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 2. 15-yard penalty. First down.
There's a flag on the play, and that's going to go against Chandler Jones. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Chandler Jones, too much contact with the receiver down the field. Good call by the official.
But Coach Sweeney likes those multi-sport athletes, guys that play basketball, play baseball, amongst other sports.
And for more well-rounded athletes, he said he loves defensive linemen like Christian Wilkins to play a little hoop.
ETN off the right side, got a first down, and then some. Still on his feet. Let's go back to the studio.
Now for the All-State Mayhem moment. We had special teams at the shoe. Isaac Armstrong back to punt for Nebraska. Keandre Jones blocks it out of the end zone for a safety. Buckeyes tack on a touchdown, 9-7 towards the end of the first quarter.
Fumble down the field, and Lawrence pounces on the ball. ETN and Lawrence had a little malfunction at the junction there. One of the few miscues so far early in the first quarter here. 2.5 minutes to go. You can stream college football all season long on ESPN+. So start your free trial today by downloading the ESPN app or visiting ESPNplus.com. Second down, Adam Choice in the backfield. Choice takes it up the middle and gets down to the 27-yard line, tackled by P.J. Blute. Sweeney telling us he still coaches under 15 baseball as well. Coach keeping his fingers in a lot of different things.
He has as much fun, but at the same time gets his players focus. They dial in when they have to, but you could just tell being around the facility, there's a joy, a fun nature around this program.
Certainly Lawrence going to be stopped up at about the 24-yard line, and that's the guy that they have to keep healthy. Burns making the tackle on the play. Remember in that game, immediately after he became QB1 and took over the starting job, he was injured in the game against Syracuse.
Get down, take care of your body. I think the one thing people don't realize, he's a heck of an athlete. He can really run, escapability, and can make great throws on the move.
Hands it off here to Choice. And Choice is brought down inside the 20-yard line, picked up 5 on the play.
They want to strike balance, right? Earlier in the year, they had games they were running for 300-400 yards a game, but they weren't throwing for big numbers. Last couple of games, they've thrown for over 300. They haven't run it as effectively. They'd like to strike a 250-250 balance, being able to run it and throw it equally well.
Quick screen pass to Kendrick, and Kendrick wrestled out of bounds right around that first down marker. He picked up 6, and by virtue of the spot, it looks like he got enough with under a minute to play here in the first quarter. They'll give him a first down. Lawrence grew up in Cartersville, Georgia, just 42 miles from Atlanta. First down and 10. On the pitch, ETN getting to the edge. And a good open field tackle at the 12-yard line by Pass. Boy, that was a nice tackle to limit the gain to just 2 yards.
Excellent in the open field. Came past the safety. He's going to be flying downhill the alley. It's just him and Pass. Pass doesn't make that play. ETN's going to the end zone. Nice job getting there and getting a talented running back on the ground.
That's going to be in the first quarter of play. Trevor Lawrence and the Tigers offense scoring 14 points in the first 5 plays of this football game. Folks, we'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
To another level, running, running, running. I won't ever settle. Running, running, running. I'ma go and get.
Welcome back, everyone, to College Football on ABC, presented by Jarrett. 14-3. Number 2 Clemson with an early lead, with the football threatening to punch another one in. From the 11-yard line. Lawrence into the end zone. Easy pitch and catch. Higgins with a touchdown.
Well, the way Clemson's been running the football, it's going to set up a lot of play-action pass, and he finds T. Higgins, a future star, outside on the slant. Beautiful pitch and catch, just an easy play for this Clemson offense. You get those linebackers, safeties downhill, middle of the field's wide open. Passes on the money for T. Higgins, and Trevor Lawrence has really taken over this football team. We see it on the field with the productive numbers that come out, but it's also in the locker room as a vocal leader. He's taken real ownership of this offense. Man, it is firing on all cylinders right now, partner.
It certainly is. That's T. Higgins' 7th touchdown catch of the season. And today's unexpected outcome brought to you by ExxonMobil. Trevor Lawrence is Clemson's starting quarterback 4-0 since taking over in the wake of the Georgia Tech game. And his stats are impeccable. And when you look at his potential, what do you make of his ceiling? How high is it?
How high you want to go? What Jordan say? The ceiling is the roof.
Yeah.
The ceiling is the roof for that kid. I mean, he's that kind of guy, man. And you know what I found interesting was Dabo Swinney was talking about from the first day he got there, you know, his commitment to being in the film room, to having an understanding of the offense, not just a talent with the physical gifts that he has, but also a true student of the game who's really taken to this offense and has a full grasp of everything that's going on. You don't always see that from an incoming true freshman.
A little bigger than we thought in running into him yesterday at the practice facility, too. He slapped together pretty well.
I think he's got a frame that can hold 235, 240 pretty easily. He's got a lot of growing to do still.
On the return, this is Hassan Hall. They've been looking to spring him loose. It won't happen this time. Tackled at the 17-yard line. You know, Lawrence actually had a couple of early wow moments, and they started back as a youngster. Still got that same kind of flowing
hair for a
mane.
while.
Yeah. Youth football leagues all the way through. A gifted and talented quarterback. And he's already got a cult following here in Clemson and Anderson, South Carolina, surrounding area.
Look, I might have the better hair, man. Good look.
You get a shampoo deal in a minute. First down and 10 for the Cardinals. Juwan pass with plenty of time, which has been rare. And incomplete at the 22-yard line, intended for Jalen Smith, who was the closest receiver.
Hey, Mark, Dabo Swinney really frustrated with his pass defense. He got into his secondary about their coverage on Jalen Smith, saying, you have to challenge him. I need more fight out of you guys. So this team not satisfied with that early lead. The defense is frustrated. They're locked in after giving up that field goal.
Well, Molly, they're listening because as a play-action pass, they wanted to go deep down the field on a deep post. Outstanding coverage by Trayvon Mullen, as well as Kayvon Wallace down the field. So, Molly, Dabo's not happy in the defense. They're listening.
Running between the tackles, Trey Smith with nowhere to go. I'd have gotten a yard on the play. Okay, so Dabo's upset with his DBs. And they're leading 21-3.
He just wants tighter coverage.
Okay.
I mean, listen, man, that's what you have to do, right? You
okay. I'm just saying it's 21-3.
From the top.
Okay.
It's not about the opponent.
Okay.
It's about them getting better each and every play. He has to challenge these guys. He can't let them be complacent. And see, this is where Louisville doesn't want to be. Third and long situations, defensive line, pin their ears back, and go get the quarterback.
Earl coming with some heat underneath. Great straight arm and run by Jalen Smith. He's the playmaker that's going to have to move the chains for them, as he does there, to pick up 11 and a first down.
We said it from the onset. They need Jalen Smith to show up and show out today. A little shallow crosser, and he runs away from the coverage. Missed tackle on the open field by Kayvon Wallace. You see him lower his head. We're not going to put that football away, but a huge pickup on a 3rd and 9. Move the chains.
Yeah, 4 catches for him so far, total of 45 yards. Keeps the drive and the chains moving. Backside heat, fumble! The ball came out, but it looked like the Cardinals pounced on the loose ball. J.D. Davis made the hit to knock it loose from pass.
Well, there's a lot going on here. We got games up front. I want you to watch from the right side. There's a text game going on. You got pressure off the edge. You've got Christian Wilkins beating his man. I mean, basically, it's a party at the quarterback, and all the Clemson defenders are meeting right there.
Wow, sure looked that way. Yeah. Loss of 4 on the play, 2nd and 14. Receiver formation, and got a flag down on the field.
Ball start. Offense. Number 85. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Remember, Molly showed us this earlier. It's all about Clemson. It's all about us, what we do, not the opponent. That's why Dabo Swinney is getting on his DBs. That's why Dabo Swinney isn't happy when the coverage isn't the way it needs to be.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to win something much bigger than this game just here today.
You're right. You're right. 21-3, but you're right. RTTB. Road to Tampa Bay. 2nd and 19 after the penalty.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
You talk about self-destruction and self-inflicted damage.
You get a sack on 1st down, so that's a negative play you can't have. Then you get a false start. Then you get a delay a game. I mean, this is exactly what Bobby Petrino told us yesterday can't happen for his offense to have success against this defense.
2nd and 24.
Screens, draws, something easy for Juwan pass.
Smith split wide to the top of your screen. He looks that way, and he's picked off. Pick 6. Simmons with a touchdown.
Accuracy's been an issue for Juwan pass throughout the course of this season. Overshoots his intended target right into the hands of Isaiah Simmons as he walks into the end zone. 4 straight mistakes for the Louisville offense. It starts with a sack, 2 penalties, now you're backed up. Inaccurate pass, and the Clemson defense puts 6 on the board.
With 11:42 to go in the first half. Clemson leading 28-3. Smelling like a real onslaught. And the Cardinals busted, disgusted, and not to be trusted right now.
Louisville down by 25, and a big reason for their lack of success is their lack of leadership. Their coaches told us their best leader is Jonathan Grenard, who's been out all year with a wrist injury. He hasn't traveled all year, but coaches called him this Thursday, asked him to travel. He's here for moral support to keep the team positive and energized, and with such a young group, that leadership is vital. He's been coaching up his D-line this entire game. Hopefully they can get something going, guys.
Yeah, right now pretty desperate, Molly, and they could use his talent and inspiration on the field.
That's what I was going to say. They need more than just his leadership. They need his playmaking ability, something they've been devoid of for much of this season.
Well, Clemson today firing on all cylinders. A couple of quick touchdown scores in the first 5 plays of the game. A pick 6 a moment ago. And with 11:42 to go in the first half, a commanding 28-3 lead. Cardinals first down and 10 from the 25 against the number 2 ranked Clemson Tigers. Hassan Hall in the backfield. Ricky Crum in motion. So Smith on the run. Hall on the run, pardon me. Well, kick off your week 9 tomorrow with a special edition of Sunday NFL Countdown. Live from NOLA, Drew Brees and the Saints get set to host the undefeated Rams. Plus, before they face off Sunday, relive one of the wildest college football games ever. As Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield combined for 125 points. And Corso joins the gang in the Big Easy for the headgear pick.
That was a crazy game in Lubbock, man.
What do you remember about it?
No defense, but I remember, hey, matching up again tonight in Lubbock, OU takes their top generation on the road.
Yes. Owen Wilson tackled, and a flag down on the field as well. How many points was that? 125.
Don't even.
That's big. That was big. That's kind of. It's tough in the
Holding.
Big 12.
Offense, number 61. 10-yard penalty.
It's tough in the Big 12, man.
Second down.
That was disturbing for a former defensive guy. Now, I will say, Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, pretty good players, but still, some of the tackling, some of the coverages, it was less than desirable if you're a defensive-minded person. You know, we got quite a few backups right now along the defensive line. It was interesting. I was down in the field before the game talking to an NFL scout, and I said, who's the best pro prospect out here? And he started laughing. He said, there's too many to count, talking about the Clemson team. He said, Clemson's got backup defensive linemen that might be drafted. Get a chance to see some of those right now. I like 67, Albert Huggins, working on the inside.
Huggins, number 67. They get good push on that defensive line there. A little pressure on pass as he tried to pass it. Mullen in on the coverage on Devontae Pete. This is Statement Saturday. Several pivotal, critical games today. Talked about LSU, Alabama later tonight. Notre Dame, Northwestern.
How about Georgia, Kentucky? What a job Mark Stoops has done. That's for the SEC East Championship, and if Alabama wins, they lock up the SEC West already in the first weekend of November.
Crazy.
Notre Dame trying to keep themselves undefeated. That's going to be tough there in Evanston.
What a great season. You talked about it by Mark Stoops and the Kentucky Wildcats in stark contrast to their state neighbors, Louisville, struggling right now. Wide open at the 33-yard line, complete for the first down to Des Fitzpatrick, and that's going to raise the ire of Coach Sweeney. A 23-yard game. Molly talked about him not being happy with the secondary.
We've highlighted the defensive line of Clemson a lot. Look at this pocket. He's going to be able to step up and get exactly what he wants down the field. Find Des Fitzpatrick on the sidelines. A little bit of a wobbly pass, but an outstanding job by the Louisville offensive line, giving Puma Pass plenty of time to step into that throw.
Jeremy Smith in the backfield. Pass checked into something different. They get a nice gain on this running play, and Jeremy Smith, the 6'2 senior, picks up 9.
That's a nice job by Caleb Chandler. He's getting his first start. You're going to see him pull around. Sorry, I drew him the wrong way. Pull around, get Isaiah Simmons on the outside. Big hole opens up in the middle for another first down. This Louisville offense. Caleb Chandler getting the start today. First time he started on the offensive line.
They run it again. Jeremy Smith once again picked up a little over a yard. Nolan Turner making the tackle on the play. Approaching 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Bobby Petrino has said that these kids have battled and shown tremendous resolve this week.
You'll notice out there on the Clemson defense, a lot of different numbers out there. They rotate and roll guys as much as anybody I've seen in college football, and allows them to create the depth that they have on this team.
Nowhere to go for Smith.
Well, Dusty, you know Sweeney's philosophy is to reward hard work with playing time. He's not afraid to rotate in inexperienced players. In the last 6 games, Clemson has averaged over 73 players contributing per game. That's every single travel squad player. And versus NC State, they had 86 players participate. So that's definitely helping with their depth.
Makes your practices pretty lively too, right?
Absolutely. If guys that deserve to play, they're going to be more bought in, they're going to be more accountable, there's competition. That's how you create depth. They've done a fantastic job here at Clemson.
They come with some pressure here. And pass wisely. Got it to his receiver. Boy, Tutu Atwell out of Miami, Florida, makes the catch, but nowhere to go. Covered immediately, brought down by Austin Bryant, who was putting pressure actually on the quarterback.
Let's see if he actually went down and was able to catch it. Ball's very close to the ground. Ball looks like it may have touched the ground.
And there's a flag down on the far side of the field as well. That did. Well, from that angle,
it's tough to tell. Ooh.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct against number 86 of the offense. Unsportsmanlike conduct against number 8 of the defense. Those penalties offset. This is their first.
and that is Trey Smith. That's Trey Smith, the son of Jimmy Smith, limping off the field, being attended to by the training staff of the Cardinals. He's their top running threat coming into the ball game.
Most physical guy they have out of the backfield. They wanted to be able to establish a rushing attack, and Trey Smith was going to be a big part of that. Bad loss for this offense.
The ruling on the field was an incomplete pass. 4th down.
That's the right call. Yeah, that ball looked like it had touched the ground.
We got a timeout on the field. Actually, we're going to keep it right here. 7:46 to go in the first half. Amari Rogers back on his own 10-yard line, ready to get this punt from Mason King. King puts the nose of the football down, and Rogers calls for the fair catch just inside the 10-yard line, 40 yards on the punt. 1st and 10 Tigers. Orange clad, orange the color, along with blue in the sky today. Fans waiting for another score. Back after this.
Presented by Jared on ABC, is brought to you by Pacific Life. Experience the power of Pacific. And Nissan, innovation that excites.
Interesting fact, folks. Clemson cheerleaders wear a tiger paw on their left cheeks turned to 1 o'clock on the dial. The traditional start time for football games in the past. So they don't care about our noon starts.
They're detailed around here, man. They go way back. How about the detail?
Well, 12 o'clock would be on the nose, I guess. I don't know. Run it on 1st and 10. Tavian Feaster had that long touchdown run a little bit earlier. Picks up about 6 yards on the play. Talked about the balance that this Clemson offense is trying to achieve, and have a better shot of doing it with Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. 2nd down and 4. Little trips left formation. Gets it out quick, complete. Number 88, Braden Galloway. There's a flag down on the field. Let's see if this reception stands. It'll be a 1st down out at the 23.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Now, you kind of mentioned they're able to get that balance with Trevor Lawrence at the quarterback spot. You know, he gets them back to where they were with Deshaun Watson, right? He can make all the throws against the defense. You pop in that NC State tape, some of the deep throws, outside the number throws he was making. That all of a sudden, man, defenses look at that, and now all of a sudden they have to overcompensate to defend the pass outside the numbers, which opens up the run game. They work hand in hand, and he's a game changer for this offense.
Little blitz coming. Lawrence sidesteps it, and wisely, using great discretion, throws it away. Well, we talk about the fun, but it's not all fun and games for Coach Sweeney, as he goes after one of his receivers.
Oh, he's demanding now. I mean, listen, he's still a coach, and he's still going to demand. He's going to hold his players accountable and demand the most out of them. But I'm sure when the camera's off, he's going to go put his arm around him, hug him, and love on him a little bit. Nice blitz there on that last play by C.J. Avery. Making Trevor Lawrence move off a spot.
3rd and 9. They've scored on every possession so far. Incomplete. And for the first time today, we will see the punter, Will Spears. That pass intended for Thompson.
Trevor Lawrence under a little bit of pressure there. Took a shot as he delivered the pass. Pass behind his intended target. Nice job by the Louisville defense getting off the field. Forcing the first punt of the afternoon for this Clemson offense.
Spires averaging 39.5 yards per game punting.
Burns, one of the most electric punt returners in college football, leads the ACC in 3rd in the country at over 16 yards per return.
See if he has an opportunity. A low line drive kick. Burns got drilled at the 48-yard line. There's about 3 flags that were thrown on the play. Justin Ross.
He may be out of this game, partner.
That's actually Terrell. It's 2 number 8s.
I think they're going to hit him for potential targeting here.
Yeah, he appeared to have the crown of his helmet pointed in the wrong direction.
Boy, over there talking to his...
Burns took a hit.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to review this one. A.J. Terrell in on the tackle.
There are 2 fouls on the play. During the kick, holding, offense number 86. During the return, personal foul, targeting number 8, kicking team. That play is under further review.
Here's another look at it.
Correction. Both fouls are against the receiving team.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not right.
Both against the receiving team.
Well, the punting
which would
team.
be Louisville.
They're a little confused down there on the field, partner.
Yeah, folks, we'll try and sort it out for you and get the word from them on the other side of this. Here's one more look at the play. Number 8 for Clemson is A.J. Terrell. And you see his helmet make contact with the kick returner, Burns.
The one thing I would say that the teaching point, he doesn't keep his eyes up and see what he hits. Okay, he turns his head to the side, and that's whenever he gets the contact on the side of his helmet behind the face mask.
There's a look at the tenets of the targeting rule.
And it says any forcible hit with the crown of the helmet, and they deem the crown of the helmet anything behind the face mask.
Okay. It looks like we have a resolution here. Because when we were going to commercial, we heard the officials say that they were both penalties were on the receiving team. So they have hit the brakes on the momentum of this game.
Well, he's given an explanation to the coaches, just not to the rest of us in the stadium.
One more look.
Big impact, helmet to helmet. Glad both guys were able to get up. Love to know what the conversation on the field is.
There are 2 fouls on the play, which will offset. However, they're targeting against number 8 stands. Therefore, we will replay the down 4th down.
Well, the crowd here is upset about it. I don't know if they were able to get the same view here inside the stadium that we were, but
Well, that means Terrell is
Number 8
ejected
is
too.
disqualified.
Yeah,
from
he
further
forgot
action.
to tell us that.
the penalty's offset, so they're going to have to repunt the football. New returner's going to be out there, so I wonder if Burns is shaken up from that hit to the head.
Yeah, he took a big one.
And I don't think that there was any, malice towards what Terrell was doing. I don't think that it was intentional, but at the same time, they are trying to do everything they can in the game of football to get that out of the game. I would just urge people at home, see what you hit. See what you hit. Watch him turn his head. So now he doesn't have control on what he's hitting. Eyes up, see what you hit. Use your face, not the top of your helmet.
Des Fitzpatrick is back for this punt. Another high spiral. Fitzpatrick calls for the fair catch at the 45-yard line. So the Tigers secondary will be down their starting corner because of that hit. It's called targeting and the subsequent ejection. 1st and 10 Louisville when we come back. This season, Taco Bell is celebrating student sections and passionate fans like the Clemson and the Tigers by awarding the best student section of the year. Go to ESPN.com/Taco Bell to see if your team made this week's rankings and see how your school can compete. First down and 10 for Louisville. Colin Wilson brought down near midfield, picked up 5 yards on the play.
Solid first down run, exactly what this Louisville offense needs to do. Decent hole in the middle and a good jump cut.
Dusty, let me ask you this. Terrell out of the game because of that targeting. Do you let Juwan Pass take a shot at the next man up?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, it looks like Mario Goodrich, true freshman's in down here at the bottom of your screen. I think it's a great point. Looking down here.
They're going to run it for the first down. Wilson with a strong surge inside the 40, picking up 12.
Colin Wilson running with some confidence so far early in this game. Third nice run that he's had. Kind of gets into the line of scrimmage, gets skinny. Nice pickup on 2nd down.
From the 38, 1st and 10. Pass. Going to try and take off on his own. Still on his feet. And is brought down at about the 32-yard line. So, Dusty, I heard you use a phrase a moment ago. You said, get skinny.
That's right.
That's not happening anytime soon.
Well, me neither, man. I'm a former defensive lineman.
Show me what it means to get skinny.
Well, you can get skinny as a defensive lineman. You can get skinny as a running back. So a normal rush, let's say we're just coming here, right? All right, I'm on you. If I want to get skinny, I'm gonna get skinny. I'm gonna flip my hips. Okay, we saw that running back. Right. He had his shoulder square, and then when he made a jump cut, he got skinny, got through the hole, and he got a nice pickup. Get skinny, man.
I thought you had I thought you had a magic pill for me somewhere.
Well, maybe I do.
2nd and 5. Yeah, this Louisville offense is moving here. Colin Wilson got skinny a couple plays and moved the ball down the field on the fringes of field goal range right now for Blanton Creaky. Timeout on the field. Trino going to talk it over with his side when we come back.
Clemson is up 25, but Dabo Swinney is not satisfied. He told his players, I like drama, but you can't do this to yourselves. You can't underestimate your opponent. I need you to lock it in and reset. Mark.
All of the defense looking at a 2nd and 5 for Louisville right now. They empty out the backfield. A little pressure coming. Pass got it away. And incomplete at the 30-yard line. Good pressure by Trey Lamar, who is coming.
Trey Lamar is a very good blitzing linebacker. Dial it up here, coming off the edge. Big hit on the quarterback. Unaccounted for. He's a big linebacker, 6'4", 255, downhill. He does a nice job timing up those blitzes when Brent Venables allows him to come bring the pressure.
Saw Cleveland Furl listen in on whatever pass was telling his lineman. And it went off of his lineman's backside. Linwood Foy hit him in the back of the head. Well, the Cardinals just can't get ahead right now.
The spot you got to go
Fourth
for.
and 5.
Down 28-3.
Yeah.
You're on the 33-yard line. This is the go zone right here. Fourth and manageable. Playbook should be wide open. See back-to-back plays. Brent Venables dial up some pressure. See if he elects to try to heat up. Puma pass.
7-16 on fourth downs this year. And he's going to be swallowed up and sacked. Swarmed the back of the 39. Kendall Joseph was the first Tiger to arrive. This will make you think about things if you're the Tigers and your great play. And Coach Sweeney talked about the meditative powers they've acquired lately.
Do I know how it works? Yeah, we do it every Thursday. We sit in here and go, you know, and everybody in the room, we're supposed to have our eyes closed and our hands on our, and you feel your feet into the floor and your body, your weight into the seat. So it's like 3 minutes, you know, and then you come back and you go, of course, Darnell's asleep in the back, and you just kind of come up and you go, kind of good, you know, it's kind of nice. And
that pass is picked off. So that'll give Coach Sweeney something to meditate on in his next session. The Cardinals come up with a pick on that pass by Lawrence. Anthony Johnson at the other end of that Lawrence pass.
Was a play-action pass. They try to hit T. Higgins down the field on a deep post. Overthrown by Trevor Lawrence. An excellent interception by the safety.
That's only his third pick of the season.
Anthony Johnson, the cornerback. Continue to get depth from this coverage. Nobody was on his side of the field, so nice play for Louisville, getting the ball back.
So they get a little momentum going here. Jawan pass upfield and incomplete at the 42-yard line. Intended for Tutu Atwell. Back to Coach Sweeney. The Clemson team every Thursday does a group meditation, part of their sports psychology approach. And it's something that's really bared a lot of fruit for them. Milt Lauder is their performance psychologist. And Amari Rogers in particular, one of their leading receivers, has benefited from the Headspace app, which they use to lead the way in their meditation. A whistle and a flag. Dusty, did you do any meditation before games, after games, to get to sleep at night when you played?
Meditation?
Defense, number 99. 5-yard penalty. Say no.
I said meditation, not medication. Meditation.
You mean like put on some loud heavy metal music before the game? You mean meditate like that? No, I don't know.
Nothing like that?
Wasn't a whole lot of meditation.
No, you didn't light any candles?
No candle lighting, no meditation. That was more like Dabo Sweeney there. I thought it was funny, though. You know, he said while they meditate, Coach Brent Venables, he's back there drawing up plays.
Yeah, he can't turn it off.
No, man, that's his way of meditating, though. He draws up defensive plays.
And look at Rogers, who after he fumbled the punt return, started his meditation. That pass incomplete. Rogers had a fumble that led to a touchdown for the opposition, then decided to learn how to focus and center his thoughts in his mind, and he's really benefited from the meditation sessions and does it frequently. As for Coach Venables, he doesn't look like he does much of it. He is high-strung 24/7.
That's the chicken dance right there.
3rd and 5. Backside heat. And pass is going to take off. Those Clemson defenders are equally as fast, though. Denzel Johnson with a tackle, a 4-yard gain.
Really good tackle out there in open space by Johnson on the perimeter. Looked like Jawan Pass was going to be able to pick up that first down. Excellent job closing to the football. See the speed. Gets him to the ground immediately. I can assure you, the intense defensive coordinator, he's not happy because he wasn't happy that the blitz came and they allowed Puma Pass to break the pocket and almost pick up that first down. I bet he was happy that Johnson was able to get him down before the first down.
Rodgers on the punt return at the 40. He avoids the fair catch and is brought down right there on the 38-yard punt. Well, it's not just week 10 of the college football season. It's Statement Saturday. That's right, Statement Saturday. A doubleheader for your college football, implications on the line. Number 14, Penn State. Big House taking on Michigan, then Notre Dame Northwestern. Everything on the ESPN app, so catch the game wherever you can.
Nice job by the defense after a sudden change, quick turnover. They get the quick 3 and out, get their offensive ball back. We'll see how Trevor Lawrence responds after the early interception.
First down and 10, completes this one on the edge. Gain of about 4 on the play. That's Amari Rodgers. Get ready to learn something new with today's Aflac Game Fact. Clemson's been ranked in the college football playoff top 4 every week since the first release in 2015. 19 straight, longest streak of the playoff era. Only Alabama has been ranked in the top 4 more times overall. I have a sneaky feeling that these guys are on a collision course again. That's Rodgers. And what about the consistency of the program that Dabo Swinney has built here?
It's exceptional. I mean, it's really incredible. When you look year after year after year, veteran players, 3 straight college football playoff appearances, as well as ACC championships, and kind of feels like you're just getting started, Jonesy.
Yeah. He's got it rolling. Lawrence pulls it out and has a spirited run down to the 43. There's a look at the excellence that we alluded to a moment ago. Coach Swinney said that when I first got my first head coaching job, he said, I promised myself that I wanted to win, but win a certain way. Etienne pushed out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And when you get players and recruit players and sign players like Etienne, it makes winning a little less difficult. 32 yards on that sprint. That's his 6th 100-yard rushing game of the season.
See the speed on the perimeter by Travis Etienne. Man, when he sees it, great burst.
He goes again. Breaking a couple of tackles inside the 5.
6-yard pickup on the play.
2nd and goal.
Going fast here.
That Louisville defense on its heels. Etienne brought down at about the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal.
Going back to what you mentioned a second ago, something really stood out to me when Dabo Swinney said, I'd rather lose the right way than win the wrong way. He runs his program the right way, and man, they just continue to win at a ridiculous clip.
They are their own opponent. 3rd down and 2. Lawrence rather casually now walks over to the sideline. Take a look at the big play that got them down here.
Nice blocking on the right side. You'll see the tight end Cannon Smith. Right here, he's going to get a good block, as well as 73. Watch the blocking on the outside. 73 Ankrum. Work a little combo block, and then a huge, huge hole for Etienne to see, and the speed, the afterburners as he hits the sidelines. Good physical blocking on the edge. Nice combo with the right tackle and the tight end. And that's all Travis Etienne needs, a little bit of sliver of daylight.
Well, at the end of the quarter, we'll get you to the studio for the Capital One halftime report. Guys in the studio chopping it up and breaking out a very busy day. Statement Saturday here in college football. As you look at Etienne there on the sidelines, We asked the coaches. Coach Jeff Scott told us when we saw them the first time around at Georgia Tech, he said, we didn't know that ETN was going to be this good. He is the school career leader in yards per carry at 7.8. That's a gaudy number. And the Louisiana native looking forward to making big news. There's a look at their co-offensive coordinator. 3rd down and 2.
Good chance he gets it again here.
Lawrence sprints out. Touchdown, Rogers. So many options offensively for Clemson.
I liked. Utilize the athleticism of the quarterback. Roll the pocket, little bootleg, sprints out to his left. He throws so well moving to his left. And a wide open Amari Rogers in the flats. They had that stack, that bunch on the left side. Amari Rogers comes out clean, wide open. Excellent play call for an easy touchdown.
That's his 4th touchdown of the season. Amari Rogers, the son of Tennessee national champion T. Hill. Well, so many great things to see here at Clemson, and we were talking about it a few weeks ago, too.
You ever run down the hill? Have you run down the hill at Death Valley yet?
No.
Done a game there? Okay. Well, if we get there this year, you're running down the hill with me.
Well, I've done a game there. I just haven't run down the hill.
Got to run down the hill.
I'm going to beat you. I know that.
I'm going to tell you right now, Mark Jones got no chance today. No chance. Come on, let's go.
Where you at, Jonesy?
You jumped me on the start.
Where you at, Jonesy?
You jumped me on the start.
He ain't bad for an old guy.
Hey, you know what?
For an old man. Fall. That's a win. Hey, that's pretty legit right there. We've now done it. We've done the walk. Yeah. Or the run.
That was fun.
Whatever you want to call it.
It's steeper than I thought it was.
Yes, it is.
I've done it before. I don't remember it being that steep. It's amazing more guys don't fall coming down.
Should be more of a trot down the hill than a sprint.
Jonesy, Dusty absolutely crushed you, but you know more mass equals more acceleration.
True.
So.
Come on, Molly, what are you trying to say?
He had a built-in advantage there, Molly. I'm glad you're wise enough and intelligent enough
Dusty, you're a
to
former
recognize that.
lineman.
Thank
Come
you.
on, I love you, but you know.
Smart observation from the 2. Hall. There's something poetic about the way we came down the hill, right?
I think so, yeah. Come on, where you at, Mark?
Trying not to fall. Oh, you leaned at the tape too. You had me by a good 3 meters. Yeah, that was tricky. You know, it's tough trying to get your balance, man. You know, but you see the players, they have the advantage of the Clemson carpet.
I hear excuses, man. I hear a bunch of excuses from you right now.
Jawan pass over the middle, complete at the 30-yard line. Now, you had a 4.8 time at the 40 combine. I saw all of that 4.8 speed coming down the hill. That was pretty impressive.
I was about 60 pounds heavier back then.
At 4.8? Really?
I could pick them up and put them down pretty good. But you know what I think is awesome? Just all the traditions, the culture they have here at Clemson. I love that aspect of this job and college football, going around to the different universities and the Hill. One of the cooler traditions we see in college football, man. Awesome.
Howard's Rock at the top of it, too. It has been all orange, all Clemson, all day so far. Folks, we'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations. And welcome back, everyone, to College Football on ABC. Presented by Jared. It has been all Clemson so far. 35-3 over Louisville, looking for their 5th consecutive win, 5-0 all time, perhaps, against the Cardinals. Let's go downstairs to Molly McGrath.
Well, Mark, Louisville's Bobby Petrino told me that running back Trey Smith is out with a hip injury. He said, we're moving the ball well. We're just stuttering when we get to the end zone. We just need to run the ball a little more effectively. They'll lean on guys like Colin Wilson. And as far as Clemson goes, Dabo Swinney just wanting a pursuit of excellence from his team.
We got some things we got to clean up. We were, I thought, terrible on 3rd and long. Really did a terrible job getting off the field 3 times. We got an unsportsmanlike penalty. We don't get unsportsmanlike penalties. So a few things we got out of ourselves. 99 down there arguing on a call. Some things that we need to do a little bit better. Keep our focus.
And Dabo called his first-round NFL pick 99. He must be hot. That's Hassan Hall on the kickoff return. So with a 32-point lead underway here in the third quarter, Mark Jones chopping it up with Dusty Dvorak. You heard from Molly. What do you make of Dabo looking at half empty instead of half full right now?
I love it, man. You know what? Stay on your guys. Hold them accountable. Demand more. A pursuit of excellence. Okay. That's what they're all about here at Clemson. We've said it from the very top. This isn't about Louisville today. It's about them getting better, fine-tuning, making that championship phase come to fruition and peaking at the right time as we trend closer and closer to the end of the season.
Long pass, complete, out to the edge. And a nice gain out to the 30 to Seth Dawkins, picks up 4.
You know what is Dabo Swinney to pat these guys on the back for? You know what I mean? Like these guys, they don't need that right now. They need to be able to lock in, stay focused, and get the absolute best out of his players. And I love it. I love that he's that demanding, and he is not going to stop until he gets exactly what he wants from his football team. Nothing wrong with demanding excellence when you got a team as talented as this one.
He expects excellence from Pearl. Lawrence, Wilkins up front in pursuit of pass, and pass escapes well and is brought down at the first down marker. Farrell making the tackle on the play. As we take a look at our Pack Life game summary right now, some of the pertinent points in the ball game. Clemson started off first 5 plays that put 14 on the board.
With Travis Etienne, he had some big runs. How about that? 15.1 yards per rush so far. And you see on the flip side, Louisville wanted to try to establish a line of scrimmage, wanted to run the football, only 2.2 yards a clip.
Our Pacific Life game summary. Pressure coming, and man, that play blown up at the 30 by Christian Wilkins. Kendall Joseph right there as well.
Yeah, it's Christian Wilkins, it's Kendall Joseph. We're going to see pressure coming from the linebacker spot, both backers, and then Christian Wilkins. Watch these guys come up, and then Christian Wilkins able to beat his man. Penetration, getting up the field, playing the other side of the football coming into this game. 80 tackles for loss, second most in all of college football. There's 7 this afternoon.
Second and long. With a bootleg action, Juwan pass looking for a receiver. Surveys, nobody open downfield, and he's tackled at the 33-yard line by Wallace. You know, we were talking about Christian Wilkins a moment ago, and Brent Venables, the defensive coordinator, known to really ratchet up the heat and turn up the intensity and meetings. So Venables was telling us a story about how he'll really start railing on his guys, getting into his players a little bit, and then midway through it, Wilkins will come up and pinch him on the butt to break the tension.
He has fun, man. He locks in, he's focused. He's a great football player. I like the passion that he plays with, and really the effort he gives down in and down out for this football team.
Great balance of work and play on this Clemson squad right now. Doing work against Louisville, and there's the guy we just talked about. The ball came out, but it's ruled down. Wilkins there to sack the quarterback, Juwan pass. Well, he'd get to pinch his defensive coordinator on the butt all he wants after a play like that, partner.
When you've got Christian Wilkins, you've got Cleveland Furl, 2 first-round picks, and they're working on the same side. Just so tough to deal with. This Louisville offensive line, they can't handle them. Continued pressure throughout the course of this game by that defensive line of Clemson. Nobody's been better today than 42 Christian Wilkins.
Mason King with the punt. Rogers back there calling for the fair catch at about the 42-yard line. The Clemson Tigers will have great starting field position after that 33-yard punt. Lawrence at the wheel, putting the pedal to the metal. This season, for every field goal and extra point made by participating universities, Allstate will make a contribution to the university's general scholarship fund. Thank you, Allstate. On a beautiful Saturday afternoon, the first one in the month of November. Mark Jones chopping it up with Dusty Dvorak. Molly McGrath down in the field. Clemson leading 35-3. First and 10 from the 42. Lawrence surveys, fires, and complete to Hunter Lawrence. Hunter Renfro. Hunter Renfro, he of the game-winning touchdown catch.
Excellent hands, quality route runner, knows exactly where to go. The timing here is impeccable. As soon as he gets out of his break, that ball is right there on time and on target.
From the 43. Hand it off to Etienne, untouched. Got a block. And pushed out of bounds at about the 2-yard line.
Down by number 1.
Ankrum sprung him loose on that 41-yard gallop.
We've seen time and time again another explosive run by Travis Etienne, the right side of the offensive line. Excellent job by the right tackle getting it hooked, and then 84, Cannon Smith pushes his guy out of the screen. Huge hole off the right side. And Travis Etienne with the burst in the big game.
Piling up the yards, approaching 200. Lawrence, incomplete, intended for Hunter Renfro. Good coverage that time by Chandler Jones. It'll be second and goal, pardon me. And in comes the jumbo package, led by Christian Wilkins. They'll hand it off, or they have a possibility to hand it off to him here.
Well, look at this fullback, Dexter Lawrence, every bit of 350. It'll be interesting. Molly and I watched Christian Wilkins catch passes for, 20, 30 minutes, maybe a play action. Could they dare throw him the football in the backfield?
This is where it gets interesting. Wilkins, they give it to the fullback. Touchdown! Lawrence, Dexter Lawrence.
Move over, Refrigerator Perry. There's a bigger guy getting into the end zone for Clemson. This is a mountain of a man. 6'4", 350 plus. Another future first-round pick. Last week it was Christian Wilkins that scores. This time they give it to the fullback. Nothing better than seeing the big uglies up front finding a way to get into the end zone. Having fun, man. That's what it's about. That's the culture they created. Brent Venables talked last week about it. The fun, how much he loves seeing those guys get to do that. Total buy-in from the squad.
No fun if the homies can't have him. Dexter Lawrence, 6'4", 350 pounds.
That's generous, my man. It might be more than that.
I tell you, those football pants are full, folks.
Get out the way. Get out the tracks when the train's coming through.
College football presented by Jared on ABC is brought to you by Buick, proud partner of the NCAA.
Folks, here at Clemson, they got their own in-house DJ. That's DJ Shea. And Dusty, you know what the song is he's playing right there? It's called Louisville, We Giving You This Work. And you can't do anything about it.
He said we're dancing up here in the booth all day.
And they'll start 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. But Dexter Lawrence with the touchdown run a moment ago. And this was the counter move by Louisville, bringing in one of their larger defensive linemen, Dumerville Jean.
Yes. Dumerville Jean, 6'5", 378. Says, you got a big guy, we got a bigger guy. I'll take Dexter Lawrence, though, in that matchup. Yeah. Dexter Lawrence, I was down by the end zone with him. He ain't fat. He's like 355, and he's just a big man.
1st down and 10. Let's see if Louisville can get something going here. Juwan pass. Picked off. Coming back the other way. Tanner Muse. And inside the 10-yard line. Second pick of the day for Clemson.
Well, Juwan pass, I don't think he ever saw the safety Muse as he steps right in front of the pass, trying to find Jordan Davis's tight end over the middle. And Tanner Muse reads the quarterback's eyes the whole way. Look at him undercut the route. Outstanding job by the junior safety and getting his offense the ball inside the 10-yard line.
Feaster in at tailback. Lawrence out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. They fake the jet sweep and hand it off to Feaster. And Feaster already has a touchdown run from earlier today.
Taking the football away. It's a big part of what this Clemson defense does. 2 today, one of them for a touchdown, the other setting up Clemson with the ball inside the 10. Brent Venables, he demands a lot of his defense, wants his guys to play fast, know where to be. Good things happen, as we just saw.
Feaster again inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. I wonder if we're going to see Wilkins and Lawrence again here. 3rd and goal. Does the jumbo package come in or not? That'd be like you and Tommy Harris lining up in the backfield, right?
What could have been. Why are you saying stuff like that, man?
Could have been you and Tommy Harris, man.
Mark Mangino, Chuck Long, Kevin Wilson never gave Tommy and I a chance in the backfield.
3rd and goal. Room service, Feaster. Touchdown, Clemson. And the beat goes on. Cue the DJ and the band.
Well, you know the saying, feast or famine. It's been a feast today for this Clemson Tiger football team as they take a big lead here midway through the 3rd quarter. Offensive line opposing their will in the interior of that offensive line. Good push and an easy walk-in touchdown for Tavian Feaster.
Just under 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Clemson leading 49-3. Feaster with his 2nd touchdown of the day. They have had their way running, passing, and everything in between. Color it all orange. And welcome back, everyone, to Death Valley Memorial Stadium, the original Death Valley, even though I know there's a big game at the other Death Valley tonight between number 1 Alabama, number 3 LSU. But number 2 taking care of business right now, Clemson. From the 1. Hassan Hall makes it out to about the 20-yard line. You know, you had to expect that there would be some sort of drop-off after Lamar Jackson went to the NFL. It's kind of like the Cavs losing LeBron James. When the focal point and the heartbeat of everything you do and all of your winning is gone, it's a different ballgame.
It is. You know what I thought was so interesting is, you know, about what Lamar Jackson brought to the field and the athleticism, the talent, but the leadership is what they've really missed, right? His ability to get the most out of other players. I haven't found anybody step up and take on that role for this Louisville football team. So you're missing the leadership of Lamar Jackson and obviously one of the most dynamic playmakers we've seen in college football in quite some time.
All on the run.
And I think for Lamar Jackson, I think that he really masked, you know, some of the deficiencies that Louisville had, right? Because whenever you get so enamored with him and he can make wrongs right, but now that he's not there, those deficiencies, man, they really rear their ugly head as we've seen this season.
On 2nd down, pass completes the pass. Near the 1st down marker out to Des Fitzpatrick. Molly, it's a different side of the story, though, when you look at Clemson's.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. In contrast, Clemson is chock full of leaders. Dabo Swinney even gave the example of the Golden State Warriors and said, when you watch them play, do you think they care who they're playing? No, they compete among themselves. Steph Curry will have a big night, then it's Klay Thompson, then it's Kevin Durant. Those guys compete among their teammates. They push each other. You can tell they're having fun because they're focused on themselves. So that's how Clemson is able to keep this thing going, and Louisville struggling mightily because they're not competing and they don't have that leader to kind of show them the way.
Good point, Molly. On 3rd and short, not sure that they're going to make it. Flag down to the play as Colin Wilson is brought down a little bit short.
In the vicinity of a hold. They're going to take them back. Good tackle in the open field there by Shaq Smith, linebacker. Dabo Swinney says push him back.
Bobby Petrino's team 2-6, coming in 0-5 in conference play. They have yet to win a conference game, coming off of a very big loss last week against Wake Forest.
Now 3rd and long, and you've got a well-rested defensive line coming in. Checking in just now, you got Dexter Lawrence, Cleveland Ferrell, as well as on the outside, Austin Bryant. So Louisville's offensive line, they better be ready to go, because Clemson, they're going to be coming after the passer on this one.
Pass, got rid of it in time on the quick game and completes it to Seth Dawkins, who made the reception, but about 4 yards short of the first down, so they'll come in and punt. Cleveland Ferrell with the pressure on pass.
I like this inside move by Cleveland Ferrell. Watch him off the right side. He's going to be right here. He does an excellent job getting flat down the line of scrimmage. You're going to look at Tech's game. Dexter Lawrence gets up the field. Cleveland Ferrell is a wrapper and a clean avenue to the quarterback.
Amari Rogers hit immediately, drilled at the 37-yard line, and a flag down. The hit on the play made by Marion Character. 36-yard punt.
Second big hit we've seen on a punt return.
That's the first time Louisville has really got excited about something today. The officials punt, microphone not working, obviously, and looking to see if it's targeting. Take a look at the replay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt. There's 100% targeting.
That is the one that they show us in our demo films.
Yeah, it's not one to dance over.
No. Crown of the helmet. The officials reviewing it right now. The ruling on the field is targeting, with Clemson leading by 46. We'll be back after this. One more look at that last targeting penalty that was called against Character a moment ago.
Yeah, Amari Rogers okay.
Yeah, he knew right away, and Character is done.
It's a dangerous play, man.
Yeah, the ruling on the field confirmed by the video replay officials, and Chase Bryce is in at quarterback now in place of Trevor Lawrence. Bryce got a lot of help back there. This is Adam Choice, still on his feet, refusing to go down. Choice showing tremendous effort. Unrelenting down to the 17-yard line.
That's a great run by Adam Choice, but I got to tell you, I'm going to start questioning the effort and the want-to of this Louisville defense. I mean, come on. Really? I mean, you're not going to try to get him to the ground. Bad tackling. I think it's bad effort. It's bad defense. That's not what you want to see if you're the defensive coordinator, Brian Van Gorder.
Feaster now in at tailback. A pass incomplete by Chase Bryce. Hey, let's talk about Chase Bryce, the guy in at quarterback right now in place of Trevor Lawrence. From Grayson, Georgia, 6'2" freshman. 220 pounds. Now, keep in mind, when Bryant left the program, he became the guy. And in the game the following week against Syracuse here at home, he had to come in and play a vital role in winning that game, as Clemson had to come from behind to get the victory. Handoff here to the edge. This is Feaster, collared out of bounds at about the 2. And it's 1st and goal.
Excellent job blocking on the edge. Chandler Reeves really helped spring that run on the perimeter.
1st and goal at the 1.
Trevor Lawrence out. Chase Bryce has come in. Trevor Lawrence with a productive day. Did have the one interception on the deep shot that he took. Pretty efficient day so far. But Jonesy, you're exactly right with Chase Bryce. I mean, a vital role he served against Syracuse. When Lawrence went down, he stepped in, made some tough, gritty plays down the stretch to keep the undefeated season alive.
Yeah.
And now he's really picked it up as the true backup quarterback.
1st and goal. Touchdown, Feaster. There's a flag down on the field, though, so let's hold on a minute.
Think about it. Before that game, Chase Bryce had been the third-string quarterback.
Yeah. They're going to call this one against the offense, so it'll come back.
Wasn't really getting,
reps,
practice reps. Now that he's the true backup, getting much more reps in practice. And if something were to happen to Trevor Lawrence moving forward, Chase Bryce had to step in. He's clearly already shown he can do that. But I think it's fair to say he could do that in a more efficient way and have a better understanding of this offense moving forward.
Yeah, he had, Dusty, led a 13-play, 94-yard drive with Lawrence out because of the injury that game. And they went on to win it. He had a big fourth down play against Syracuse in the fourth quarter. Here he is, fakes the toss. Man, he's got some moxie and savvy. Brought down at about the 1-yard line. Chase Bryce brought down by C.J. Avery. They have since talked to Trevor Lawrence about learning how to get down a little better.
Yeah.
When he took that hit in that Syracuse game, which had him miss the rest of the contest.
It's not high school anymore. You're not going to run over linebackers and safeties at this level. Be smart, take care of your body, and get down whenever you have the opportunity.
He's been doing a good job of it today, Dusty, because his uniform is clean. And have to go to the laundry with that one after. 2nd and goal coming up. We have a player shaken up on the field. Well, our Week 9 Monday Night Football matchup is a crucial one between 3 and 4 teams coming off of the bye in the Big D. Titans-Cowboys, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific on ESPN. Simulcast, cast on ESPN2 in Spanish. Available on the app so you can watch it anywhere. Our coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown at 6.
Amari Cooper going to make his debut for those Cowboys.
Yeah, big deal.
I didn't like the trade, though, for the Cowboys. First-round pick I thought was too much to give up for Amari Cooper. Hey, I want to go
Still
back.
a big playmaker. That's Jacopo being taken off the field for Louisville.
I want to go back to what you were talking about with the decision to make Trevor Lawrence the starter. I thought it was big time of Dabo Swinney to let Kelly Bryant know before the 4 games and allow him the opportunity, if he wanted to transfer, so he could go elsewhere and get a full year of eligibility as a starter somewhere, even if it wasn't here at Clemson. I think that's big time and something not many coaches around the country would do for their player.
2nd and goal. On the throwback, it's the offensive lineman Mitch Hyatt, who earlier today set a record for most snaps ever played at Clemson. Big fella was looking to take it in and house it, but he got tackled.
What a player Mitch Hyatt has been. I mean, 4-year starter, 51st game to start. They try to get him in the end zone. Watch him right here. He's just going to run a little route out here. It's going to be a throwback. He caught the ball. Would have been so cool to see him get in the end zone. His guys are out there trying to block for him.
Pass into the end zone. That's a touchdown. That's what it looks like. Travion Thompson with the catch.
We saw a similar play earlier from Trevor Lawrence, right? They rolled it to the left. Now they're going to roll Chase Bryce to his right. Nice throw on the move as he finds a wide open Travion Thompson in the end zone. Good efficient drive there led by the redshirt freshman Chase Bryce.
The extra point good, and it's 56-3.
Would have been cool. Mitch Hyatt was able to get in the end zone. I just like the fact they threw him the football. Yeah. What a day that is.
There's still time.
More snaps played than anybody in the history of Clemson University. To take a look at
this week's college football playoff rankings are brought to you by Allstate. Big one tonight, Alabama LSU at 8 o'clock Eastern time. You're watching that on the ESPN app as we make our ways to our homes and destinations.
A lot of big ones. How about Michigan, Penn State? That should be a good game. That Michigan defense.
Hold on a second. Hold on, buddy.
What you got?
Hold on. Who do you like tonight? I'm not going to let you off that easy.
Which one?
Alabama LSU.
Come on, man. I told you what I tell you earlier. There's only one team I think that can play with Alabama. It's right here on this field. It's Clemson Tigers. I actually think Alabama goes into that Death Valley. They get a convincing victory tonight. What do you think about that?
I like the Tigers quarterback play this year. I think it's going to be a better game than most people think. And you better pick up the phone tonight when you look at the caller ID if I call you. Okay?
Devin White, outstanding linebacker for LSU. I thought it was a bad targeting call from a week ago.
Right.
He's out the first half. So I'm going to tell you this, man. They better show up and play early. Because if not, that game could get out of control. I'm just saying, LSU is not built to come back. You better pick up your feet.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25 as we go back to the studio.
And now let's take a look at a performance above, brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Buckeyes getting the fight out of Nebraska. However, J.K. Dobbins up the middle gives Ohio State the 23-21 lead. Under 5 to play in the third quarter. Coming up 3:45 on ESPN. Jim Harbaugh and the Wolverines taking on Penn State. Guys, back to you.
Big game there with Michigan on the fringes of the college football playoff at number 5. 1st and 10 for Jawan Pass. Been a tough day for him and his teammates. Gonna run it into the boundary, and Colin Wilson takes it out to the 30. Hey, let's go back to the college football playoff standings. What did you make of it? Was it pretty much as you expected it would be?
It was. It was the exact top 10 that I had, except I had Notre Dame and LSU.
Okay. Based on
the
better why?
That they're undefeated,
Okay.
based on the fact that they got that win against Michigan, who's number 5,
Okay.
and based on the fact that since Ian Book has taken over, that offense is much better.
Good reasons. I'll go with that. Pass. Got away from 2 different defenders, but not the third one. And he's sacked by Chad Smith.
But it was
coming up.
It was all set up by 67 Albert Huggins. Remember I told you earlier there's backups that might be able to find their way on NFL rosters. Albert Huggins is one of those guys. Pass rusher right here. He's just going to work inside. Be able to get himself a nice rush. Goes inside. See how he pinned his hands on that center's back, ricocheted him back to the quarterback. I know he didn't get him down, but it disrupted the entire play and allowed the rest of the Clemson defense to get on Jawan Pass, the quarterback, who's been on his back time and time again this afternoon.
1st in yards per carry defense, that defense. The 5th sack of the afternoon. Pass incomplete at the 33-yard line. Intended for Devontae Pete. Good coverage by Goodrich. And time once again to introduce you to Mason King, the punter for the Louisville Cardinals.
A 3rd and long situation again. It's just catastrophic for this offense.
And look who's back getting this punt for the Tigers. It's the coach's son, Sweeney, back there. We got a timeout in the field, so he'll have to wait a little bit. Dabo never told us how close Mason Sweeney came to beating him or Will Sweeney came to beating him in horse or one-on-one. But he made it sound like he just dominated his kids, except for the one.
You dominate your kids and stuff, right?
I did it for as long as I could.
And then they got you, huh? Was it Father Time that caught up with you, or is it your kids just got too skilled?
It was when my son got a little too good.
Okay.
And he accidentally elbowed me in the mouth, and I bloodied my mouth, and I knew it was time to stop.
What about your daughters? Your daughters are ballers too.
Yeah. Sophia Jones, I don't mess with her anymore. She's really good, and so is Glory. So I'm out of the challenge game. I gave up the belt.
I don't let my kids beat me in checkers, man. I don't care what it is.
Hey, sometimes you don't have a choice.
Hey, Candyland, right? I mean, you name it, I'm trying to beat them. I understand where Coach Sweeney's coming from.
Will Sweeney going to get a chance here? Fair catch called by Sweeney. I could have swore he put his hand up and called for the fair catch. He got hit anyway, and that's going to be a flag. Maurice Berkeley with the hit. Sweeney hung on to the ball, too.
I was going to say, Dad's going to like the fact that he held on to the football.
After the play was over, personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 36. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Some high-impact collisions and penalties. Punt returns today. Calls for the fair catch clearly. That's just not being a smart football player.
Pops is like, hey, what's up? Got the call.
Yep.
2:15 to go.
Playing receiver now.
He lines up as a receiver. Dixon in the backfield, so we're starting to see some of the reserves here. Fumble, they put it on the ground, and this might be the break Louisville was waiting for, and it comes loose again. And that's the type of day it's been for the Cardinals. They can't get out of their own way today. Even when they win, they seem to lose.
Looked like the fumble came on the exchange between Chase Bryce and the running back in the backfield initially. Let's take a look at this again. Yeah, that was confusion between quarterback and running back. You had a redshirt freshman quarterback and a true freshman running back. Bryce thought he gave it. Dixon thought he was keeping it. Ball's on the ground. They wind up with it.
Little receiver screen here. Complete to Justin Ross, the true freshman. Tell you what, you're looking at one of the best athletes to come out of the state of Alabama last year. Not just on the football field, but on the basketball court as well. And he is going to be a very special receiver before his time is done here at Clemson.
Size, speed, athleticism, ball skills. How about his dunking ability? Ooh!
He won the Georgia-Alabama High School All-Star Slam Dunk Contest. Look at this one, Dusty. This is some bounce.
A little J.R. Ryder there, isn't it? Between the legs. Man, he's got some hops.
Plenty of time to pass for Bryce. Taking a shot. Caught. Touchdown Tigers. Ross. That's a slam dunk.
Well-thrown ball by Chase Bryce. Justin Ross had a step on the defender. You saw him use his left arm to create a little bit of separation. Catches the back end of the football as he strolls into the end zone. Dynamic playmaker, just a true freshman. Be an explosive, electric player here for Clemson for several years to come. And Dabo Swinney, as veteran as this team is, with some of the older leaders they have, well, they've been mentors to what Dabo Swinney has said might be his most talented freshman class he's ever had, and that's a bold statement, partner.
Yep. Justin Ross, #1 ranked high school player in the state of Alabama last year. The fact that they were able to get him away from Nick Saban and Crimson Tide says a lot about the gravity and the pull and the magnitude of what Swinney has done here at Clemson.
Not very often does the top player in the state of Alabama get out of the state. Whether it be at Auburn or clearly in Tuscaloosa at Alabama. It's a huge gift to this program.
That's a career-long reception, 60 yards for Justin Ross. Hey, what I just want to know that recruiting story. Well, we know a lot about the recruiting story, but I'm wondering if Dabo came in the helicopter for him. I mean, that's more than just a private jet.
Might have got him on the court.
Hey, that's it. Yeah. Just say, come with me.
Might have got him on the court.
Phoenix City, Alabama. 6'4". More bounce to the ounce. Hassan Hall on the kickoff return. Found a little alley. Oh! Hassan Hall gonna take it back. Touchdown Cards. 93 yards.
Speaking of true freshmen with speed, Hassan Hall, they've been waiting to get him going for quite some time. This week, Bobby Petrino said in his press conference and to us, they need to block up these kick returns because Hassan Hall has big play capability, and it's well blocked up front. He had a crease, he hit the Jets, and he takes it to the house. Look at the blocking up front. Big alley. Hassan Hall sees it, makes the kicker miss, and then it's a dash to the end zone, and no one's going to catch Hassan Hall.
Run and the extra point is partially blocked by Christian Wilkins. Who else? The guy's ubiquity is so impactful on offense, on defense, special teams. Nice moment for the Louisville Cardinals. A second ago, 93-yard kickoff return by Hassan Hall. That's the longest play this season for Bobby Petrino's team, and a little bit of light shed on their afternoon on that play.
Told us they were looking for any positive signs to build off of.
This year one after Lamar Jackson, their Heisman Trophy winner. Kendrick on the return. He's tackled at about the 34. Wanted to break that one. Well, as we honor those who serve, brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union, freshman wide receiver Justin Ross's mother, Trey Franklin, is currently serving in the Alabama Army National Guard. She was deployed to Kuwait for 11 months during some of Justin's recruiting process and completed that deployment, her third, in May 2017. She previously served in the U.S. Navy when Justin was little. He was 2 years old during her first deployment with the Navy. So credit to you and salute to you, Ms. Franklin, for serving our country and protecting our freedoms and rights, both domestically and abroad.
Thank you, Ms. Franklin.
Yes.
Very much appreciate your service.
And your son is a special player. Justin Ross with that great catch for the touchdown a moment ago.
Averaging over 21 yards a catch. Big play capability at any moment.
Hey, I'll tell you, Dabo ain't playing him in one-on-one. He's not keeping the belt if he's played against Justin Ross, that's for sure. 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. That pass complete to DeAndre Overton. They've got a bevy, a group of receivers, partner, that are 6'4", 6'4", 6'4". Overton 6'4", Ross 6'4", Higgins 6'4". Size, speed, power, the whole package. And that is the end of the third quarter of play. Tell you what, the Cardinal hasn't been doing many push-ups today, but the Clemson mascot, the Tiger, he is buffed because he's got 63. Back after this message and a word from our ABC station. You're watching the ACC on ABC. Beautiful day here on campus at Clemson University. Benevolent sky spattering down on a pristine field. And there they go again. Dixon making tracks. Tiger Paws touchdown. That's their 10th touchdown of the day. And we've got a quarter to play. $55 yards on that one for Dixon. Hit me in the DM, I guess, because this football game is done. They're on their phones because what's happening on the field is pretty much decided.
It was excellent blocking off the left side of the offensive line. 79's going to get some. We're going to see the fullback lead up, set that edge, big hole in the middle, and then it's just off to the races. Dixon, the true freshman, and a scary, scary Clemson Tiger football team.
Yeah, frightening. 70-9. Last week, they handed Florida State their worst defeat ever. And And Louisville might be suffering the same fate here this afternoon.
Partner, since halftime of that Syracuse game, they've just been rolling people. I mean, Wake Forest 63-3, NC State 41-7, Florida State 59-10, 79 here today. This Clemson football team, since they've inserted Trevor Lawrence, the defense is locked in, the offense is clicking in all cylinders, and man, they are peaking at the right time, just as Dabo Swinney would like.
Let's see if they kick it to Hassan Hall, who took the last one back for a touchdown. Instead, it'll go out the back of the end zone as we go back to the studio with Matt.
Guys, think Syracuse ranked for the first time since 2001. They get 26 yards here from Eric Dungy for the touchdown. Right now, Orange up in this one, 35-24. Coming up next, 3:30 Eastern, ABC, James Blackman and Florida State on the road at NC State. Perhaps a little more competitive than what you guys got going on out there in Death Valley.
All right, Matt, Malik Cunningham now in at quarterback in place of Jawan Pass. Bouncing it outside is Hassan Hall. Tell you what, Hall making a little bit of lemonade out of lemons on that play.
There was nothing inside. It was an inside handoff, zone play, stopped right at the point of contact at the line of scrimmage, and it's the playmaker making a play. Bounce it back outside, uses speed to get to the edge, and nice pickup.
Native of Atlanta, Georgia, a freshman.
Got some speed, man. We've seen that on display here in this second half. And by the way, Malik Cunningham, much more of a running quarterback. See if they utilize some of his skills.
He started a couple of games this year. That time pushed out of bounds at about the 47-yard line by Nolan Turner. Malik Cunningham is a 6'1 freshman from Montgomery, Alabama. Sparked the team in the game against Western Kentucky. Started against Virginia. But then they went back to Jawan Pass in what has been life after Lamar Jackson for Bobby Petrino, the head coach.
A rough year for this Louisville football team. Bobby Petrino, as you mentioned, Puma Pass has had his ups and his downs.
Nice spin move into some bad intentions, though, from Chris Register.
Bobby Petrino on the left, and he talked to us yesterday, and they're just trying to keep these kids positive on the football team. Trying to explain to them that, this is football similar to life, right? That you got to overcome obstacles. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be hardships. There's going to be tough times. What do you do in those moments? What do you do next? How do you get over that hump? Bobby Petrino and this team trying to figure that out.
Clemson coming with a blitz. Cunningham lets it fly. And it's caught by Tutu Atwell. Atwell all the way down to the 11-yard line. The freshman out of Miami, Florida.
Talented freshman. He's small, he's shifty. Watch the focus and the concentration on the football. Excellent job getting his hand in there. The defender, Jalen Williams, a linebacker. Good coverage, but it's much better concentration and focus on the football by Tutu Atwell. Big-time catch by the freshman.
First down and 10. Deep in Clemson territory. He's going to take off. Cunningham doesn't get anywhere. Tutu Atwell is from Northwestern High School in Dade County, Miami, Florida. State champion, state player of the year in Class 7A football, one of the top divisions in the state. And he was the subject of the documentary made by LeBron James, amongst others. He was executive producer, Liberty City Warriors. That is the youth football team that rapper Luke Campbell started and has sent tons of players, more than any other program in the country, into the NFL. On the run into the boundary, Cunningham cuts it up. Did he step out of bounds? Touchdown. Malik Cunningham cut it up at the last second, went north-south and got in to score.
This is the dimension he brings to this offense. Dynamic playmaker. That was an excellent block by 85, Jordan Davis. The key block right there. Takes the defender out of bounds, and an excellent cut on the sidelines on Malik Cunningham.
After missing the previous extra point, they knock this one through. Creaky does. Finally, something the Louisville Cardinals have something to crow about. And it's Malik Cunningham taking them into the end zone.
Louisville down big, but they're celebrating the spark brought by their backup quarterback, Malik Cunningham. As you can see, kind of nestled in there, players put boxing gloves around his neck. Remember, Bobby Petrino said, in a season like this, you can't really look at the big picture. You can't look at the losing season. You just have to look micro instead of macro and celebrate the small victories like that last touchdown drive.
Great point, Molly. And Kendrick here on the kickoff return for the Clemson Tigers. Brought down at the 25. Let's go back to Matt Berry in the studio.
Guys, thank you. Now let's take a look at today's moment of relief, brought to you by Vicks VapoCool. Little bit of relief for Buckeyes fans. Paris Campbell, 9-yard touchdown, getting some separation from Nebraska, start of the fourth quarter. Coming up at 3:45 Eastern on ESPN, Trace McSorley and Penn State, the big win last week at home against Iowa. Much different story today at Michigan. Guys, back to you.
Penn State, Michigan. Who do you like in that game? Michigan. Okay.
That defense is salty. This is the best defensive line in the country. One of the best defenses. I think Michigan has the best defense in college football.
Okay. 70-16. Tigers going deep into their running back rotation. This is Rencher. You know, during the last 4 games, this team is really starting to peak and get into form and find its rhythm, both on offense and on defense. They've outscored their opponents offensively 233-36. And when Coach Dabo Swinney says this is championship time, we're in our championship phase, he has good reason to believe that his team is going to respond because they're trending in the right direction right now.
Absolutely they are. Playing phenomenal football. And what I like is that he's not satisfied. He wants more. He's going to continue to push. He's not going to allow these guys to be complacent. Going to hold them accountable. He wants it to be perfect because, you know it, partner, it's going to have to continue to get better as they're working to get closer and closer for what we know should be another matchup with them in Alabama.
From the 35. Out of the backfield, complete. And another first down out near midfield. The Tigers continue to stack up the yards. That's J.C. Chalk. There's a look at the chances to make the college football playoff. Tell you what, I'd take 93% any day.
Yeah, Clemson, I think it's as much about the conference as well as them. They're a fantastic football team, but I also think that the scores we've seen the last few weeks are a little bit indicative that the ACC's down this year. Clemson should roll. I expect Alabama's going to do the same.
3 teams from the SEC with 3 of the 4 highest percentages to make it.
See, I think only one SEC school gets in this year.
Really?
Yeah, I only think one. Yeah. I think LSU's going to lose today, be their second loss. That's going to put them out.
Okay.
Georgia's already got an L. I think Georgia first of all has to beat Kentucky, but say they do, they're going to match Alabama in the SEC championship, and I don't think they're able to beat them or give them the game that they did last year in the national championship. So I think it's just one this year from the SEC.
Toss to the wide side of the boundary. Wide side of the field. Great move by Dixon. Oh, Dixon inside the 10. First and goal, Tigers. I mean, he hit him with the sauce and put the brakes on and kept going.
True freshman Lynn J. Dixon going to toss it out to the open space. Watch the footwork. Shaking down in the open space. And then you see the afterburners, the acceleration to run away from defenders. Tough to bring down. Big second half for the true freshman.
Yeah, 97 yards total on just 3 rushes. First and goal, Sweeney on the jet sweep. Touchdown! Making Dad proud.
Dad smiling. That joy's all over his face. Happiness, fun. Everyone likes it. Got to be a special moment for Dabo Swinney.
Now the holder on the extra point. It's his first career touchdown. Will Sweeney, the holder on the extra point. This program entrenched with joy, fun, joy and fun. Joy and fun equals winning. Big time.
College football on ABC is presented by Jared. Dare to be devoted. And in part by Pacific Life. Experience the power of Pacific.
You gotta love it. Romance. Campus superstition says here that a stroll through President's Park with your boo is a sure sign that an engagement ring is in your future. Hey now.
Got those in Norman too.
Yeah.
Back in Oklahoma.
Duck pond, right?
Duck pond, yeah, absolutely. You go for a stroll in the duck pond, you might get hit. You never know.
Get booed up.
Very similar to here in Clemson.
Under 9 minutes to go. Hall has been great in kickoff return today. This time brought down to the 22-yard line. Took one back for a touchdown earlier. Coach Sweeney's son with a touchdown a moment ago.
Absolutely. It's a key block, though, by Cannon Smith. Cannon Smith's been fantastic blocking on the perimeter here in the second half. Jet sweep, little flip on the outside. You see the key block by Cannon Smith. Sweeney puts his foot in the ground, gets north and south, and Dad likes it. Way to go, son.
Yeah, got two of his boys on the team. Got a ninth grader who's a very good athlete too, Coach tells us, in a couple of different sports. Tell you what, he's the type of coach you'd want to play for. Keeps it fun and serious at the same time. And they get a lot of W's out at midfield, complete to Fitzpatrick.
Nice throw down the field by Malik Cunningham. Hits him on the deep post. Well-placed ball. Nolan Turner, not in very good position. Unable to make a play on the football. In a big game for this offense.
Stands in the pocket, delivers, tipped and incomplete. Intended for Tutu Atwell. Well, it's not just week 10 of the college football season. It's Statement Saturday. Double dip for you. College football implications on the line. Number 14, Penn State, taking on number 5, Michigan. Then number 4, Notre Dame against Northwestern. 7:15 Eastern, 4:15 Pacific. Both games on ESPN and live on the ESPN app, so you can watch the game anywhere. And the get-back coach, tell you what, he's getting a good workout there. We're smothering as Cunningham got smothered and tackled.
What's funny
he gets worn out.
What's funny is I've been watching Coach Venables down here. They're up 77-15, and he's 77-16, and he's acting as if, it's a tight ball game. Adam Smotherman, I talked to him before the game, and I wanted to find out this get-back coach. How did it originate? He said it went back to the 2013 season. Coach Venables was on the field too much. Dabo said we need to try something, but really, that first game of the 2014 season, he called upon Smotherman to be the get-back coach, and it's been a match made in heaven ever since.
Blitz coming. That pass complete. And down to the 31-yard line is Jalen Smith, their top receiver. He didn't have one at Oklahoma, right?
No, he didn't. He was
he penalized? Do you remember him getting on the field and being penalized?
He was all over the place.
Okay.
But, man, his intensity, his passion, love for his players, so demanding of his players. But what I like, and I was talking to Adam Smotherman about it, he's the same every single day. He's consistent, and he's intense in everything that he does. Guys love playing for Britt Venables.
Cunningham into the end zone and incomplete. Intended for Jalen Smith. Well defended by Kyler McMichael. I'll tell you what.
Look how intense he is.
Yeah.
77-16. You think it's 7-6. He doesn't care. He's going to coach every snap the exact same. And it's been year after year after year, phenomenal defense that he leads. Now, he's got great players. He helps recruit them, but he puts them in such good position. And one of the great defensive coordinators in all of college football. and I can tell you personally, one of the great guys and coaches.
If he ever wears a tearaway jersey, that get-back coach is in trouble. Atwell couldn't catch up to it. Incomplete. He was matched up against Jalen Williams. Linebacker running downfield with him.
It's a matchup they want to try to exploit, right? Yeah. Atwell, smaller, quick, shifty.
Atwell's a heck of a player. Watched him play his high school football at Northwestern High School. One of the top football programs in the country, always nationally ranked. And a shout out to Luke Campbell, who continues to do great things in the community down there in Miami. Put kids in great positions. Down the seam, incomplete. Intended for Marcus Riley out of Tallahassee. Fourth down, and they're going to go for it, obviously.
When it comes to Miami athletes, nobody knows them like you, Jonesy. You got them, man.
Dade County, I'm down there. I'm in amongst them. In the barbershops, at the parks. Some great kids, some great parents that do their best.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 73, 5-yard penalty, fourth down.
They're going to push it back a little bit. Bobby Petrino talked about the great recruiting visit he had at the Atwell household. Mom and dad there, a lot of relatives and friends in the neighborhood while they were actually filming that documentary on the Liberty City Warriors. Fourth and 15. Blitz coming for Cunningham. Gets out of harm's way. What a play. And they get the first down, and then some. Dawkins inside the 10. First and goal. This team is still playing right to the final whistle. Give the Cardinals credit.
Malik Cunningham, he showed some great playmaking ability. Pressure comes. It's a blitz.
Well, he's fast.
Man, he is very fast. Pressure came. He evades the rush, gets outside the pocket, finds Seth Dawkins on the sidelines. Excellent pickup on a 4th and long.
Keeps it himself. Tell you what, those Clemson players defensively are fast too. Nolan Turner got there to push him out of bounds on the sidelines. It'll be second down and goal.
I was surprised we didn't see some Malik Cunningham earlier in the game. I told you guys yesterday, I'd asked the coaching staff about that. I kind of felt like maybe they wanted to run the football, possess it. You know, Malik Cunningham was the only Louisville player who had a 100-yard rushing game going back to Western Kentucky, and I thought maybe he'd give an added dimension to this offense, but really we didn't see Cunningham until the game was well out of reach.
Second and goal.
He's been productive there since he's come in.
Well, he wants to get on the field and stay on the field too, so playing highly motivated, a whistle and a flag on the field.
False start. Offense, number 1, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Dusty, I asked Bobby Petrino at the half if he thought about putting Malik Cunningham in at the quarterback position, and he said no. He said he wasn't planning on it, so obviously he wasn't getting any answers from Juwan Pass. He wasn't planning on putting Cunningham in at all at halftime now.
Interesting, Molly, because Pass did come into this game with a little bit of a successful streak. He had 3 or 4 games passing for over 300 yards before today. Clemson defense, a different animal. Over the middle, complete at the 5-yard line. Caught, it's going to be third and goal. Devontae Pete making the catch. Tell you what, the wins are going to be tough to count for Louisville for the rest of the season.
Tough remaining schedule. They got to go to Syracuse, which we know is a hot and very difficult place to play. NC State, a quality team, and then Kentucky, who you mentioned earlier, that rivalry game, and Kentucky's playing some great football.
Yeah, they got a big one today. Handoff between the tackles to Wilson. And Colin Wilson makes it down to about the 3.5. When you consider their schedule, it's tough to think about where the next win's going to come. Dino Babers has his team playing great football into the top 25 at number 19.
If I'm going to be honest, I don't think they get another win, but if they did, I think it'd be NC State.
What about the rivalry game with emotions and all that?
That Kentucky defense.
Too good?
Man. The way they run the football.
That Benny Snell.
Man, I don't know if they get that one. Kentucky's team seems like a team on a mission this year.
Atwell in motion, now sets in the slot. Over the middle. Out of bounds, incomplete. Intended for
Early on the field is an
Fitzpatrick.
incomplete pass.
They gave it a run. 3:51 to go. We'll be right back.
Number 10,
15 schools all on one network. A new place to call home, the ACC Network, coming August 2019. Exciting project, and first down and 10. New quarterback in the ball game. That's Darian Kendrick. And Dixon, the talented true freshman who's already, with that run, I think now has gone over 100 yards. Boy, they even their backup got some crazy skills.
He can make you miss. We've seen the tremendous burst, speed in the open field. Man, they just kind of come at you in waves, Jonesy. Talent all over this Clemson football team.
Well, the Tigers probably be watching tonight as Alabama takes on LSU. Down in the other Death Valley, this is Kendrick. Let's take a look at our Pacific Life game summary after that nice run by Darian Kendrick. The numbers all favor the Tigers. 448 yards on the ground. I'm not sure what the passing number is in terms of their quest for balance. But if you get that many rushing yards, Dusty, aren't you really kind of nitpicking after that?
It's tough.
I mean,
it's tough to strike balance when you're at 448.
Hey, that's like watching a guy walk on water and say, oh, look, he can't swim. Come on.
You got 3 running backs over 100 yards, right? None of them even have 10 carries. So think about that. Yards per attempt. Been pretty incredible today. This offense has been able to do. Now, I mean,
is this the best football team you've seen this year?
Yeah. I haven't seen Alabama.
Okay.
I've watched them live.
Okay,
Yeah, this is,
all right.
I mean, I could have told you that in Atlanta.
You're going to play with my words now. Okay, let me rephrase the question for you, Mr. Dvorak. Hold on, though, first. We're going to go back to the studio first.
Guys, Auburn down 24-14 at one point late in the fourth quarter. Then Jared Stidham finds Seth Williams. They take the lead, but A&M has the ball over on ESPN. And coming up next on ABC, Ryan Finley putting together a solid year for NC State, playing host to Florida State. That coming up 3:30 Eastern.
All right, thanks a lot, Matt. Florida State on the ropes. 3rd down and 8. Kendrick's going to keep it, trying to get to the corner. Does, and turns it north-south. Brought down inside the 40-yard line. Okay, so you've been watching too many of those court TV things, and the lawyers asking you questions. Say, I ask you a question, is this the best team you've seen? You're like, oh, I haven't seen Alabama in person yet. Okay, is this the best team you've seen either in person or on television on ESPN or ABC this year?
I would have to say Alabama's the best team I've seen, okay? But in person, it's Clemson. I'm going to say this. It's not by much. I mean, the margin of difference between those two teams is not much at all. I mean, and again, like you asked me on the onset, I don't think there's many teams in college football that can play Alabama tight. This team can, and I expect at some point, we're going to get to it, they will.
Something about this year feels a little bit preordained between Clemson and Alabama. As we head into the first full Saturday in November, we're going to run it again and gain a couple of yards.
I mean, one of the things that's tough for Alabama, I mean, like Tua, talk about Lowell, 25 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He hasn't taken a snap in the fourth quarter, Jones.
That's kind of crazy.
So, like, when they're getting off to such unbelievable leads in the first quarter, and by halftime, these games are over. You know, it's tough. I can't wait to watch them. If they get into a tight game, how he plays in those moments. We saw him in the national title last year, but this season, really been no close contest to speak of.
Hand it off again. Renter a yard shy of the first down. Well, SportsCenter tonight after Cal Washington State on ESPN. Stan and Kevin, a look at who's on the move in Tuesday's college football playoff rankings, plus a full recap from Lakers Trailblazers and what's up next for UFC champ Daniel Cormier. SportsCenter, 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 10:30 Pacific on ESPN and the ESPN app. Pounding it right up the middle at Louisville again. And that should do it. Dabo Swinney and his Tigers improved to 9-0 with a 77-16 convincing, complete, comprehensive, wall-to-wall, goal-line-to-goal line win against Louisville. This one was never in question. Almost 500 yards on the ground, one of 4 remaining unbeatens in FBS. A lot of football to play. We'll come back to wrap things up on the other side of this. (77-16) final quick thought, Dusty.
This is a complete Clemson football team. We knew about the defense now with Trevor Lawrence. They're running the football. They're throwing the football. It'll be a tough team to beat, partner.
Perfect so far, 8-0. The coach, Swinney, likes to say, you win from the inside out. He likes to maintain that joy. For Molly McGrath, Dusty Dvorak, and our entire crew, I'm Mark Jones, saying so long from Clemson. Florida State, North Carolina State, next.